to the Mechbay 2.0 kind of quick look. So basically what I've learned, well, a few things. First off, you always start in this screen, just as you do the normal game, right, in your home screen. This really hasn't changed all that much. The main change is here. To be honest with you, you'll notice the icons down here have been changed in order. So your GXP shows up here, how much you have in general, your C bills, and then your MC. So they added that in there. Your XP for your mech now shows up on the left here, specifically the one you have. So I have 124,218 specifically for my pretty baby here. So it shows up. Now, say you wanted to just change your mech on the home screen. You didn't want to really go into the mech lab. Well, you hit select mech, and what's the first thing? Well, on the left, you have the ability to still, pick what version of the mech you want. Light, medium, heavy, all that stuff. But right here, boom. Interesting. Ah, haha. All very interesting. Okay, that's new too. We're just going to go with chassis. So you have the ability to decide if you want Intersphere mechs, Clan mechs, Trial mechs, and O-mechs. You actually have the ability to kind of filter these out, so you can say, no, I just want Intersphere mechs, and ones that I own. And then you can actually go here and go, well, let's go by chassis, but let's go reverse. Or we can go ascending. Whoops. So you can go, okay, well, I want all my Intersphere mechs, my own mechs, but I want them specifically in the order that I have. So right now I can see that I have 17 light mechs, 13 medium, 10 heavy, and 11 assault. So this is actually very nice. Very nice, actually. Though I have to admit, I think some of my mechs are missing. Yeah, if you look, this is showing 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12. This kind of, I don't know, it looks like some of them are missing for some reason. I'm not too sure. Oh, it's because my clan mechs aren't in here. So if we do all my mechs, clan included, there we go. Okay. With Timberwolf and, wait a second. My heavies aren't showing up here. Here they are here. When I go to all, they're missing. So that's something right there. Heavy mechs seem to be missing. I mean, they're here. Catapult. And Dragon. Thunderbolt. Mad. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just kind of going a little crazy here. But yeah, so you can actually filter out what mechs you want. So we can go, old mechs, Intersphere. But let's only go with our light one, or our assault ones, or our heavy, or our medium, or our lights. That is awesome. And now on the right hand side here, so we'll go to our Jenner D. It says on the right hand side what it has. There's no modules. It has a 4 medium lasers and 1 SRM4. I like that. It now tells you what it has, the modules, and what consumables it has. And you can modify it. So let's go with Hero. Awesome. So right now we know we got 2 SRM4s, 2 large lasers on my pretty baby here. Here are the 4 modules: seismic sensor, SRM4 cooldown 1, large laser cooldown 1, advanced zoom, all this stuff. I still got to upgrade those. And we have nothing in our consumables. If we modify consumables, it throws you right into the screen right away. And you can actually click and drag. Do you want to? Yeah. Auto refill, not auto refill. And then, you can save or back out. I like that. I really, really, really like that. The trial mix that they have in here, hold on one second, are still, yeah, it's still the same for the moment. So, obviously, what did we come here to look at? The Mechbay. So here we go. Okay, so firstly, whoa. Why? There we go. That was weird. So, and a little anticlimactic. So, firstly, boom. This is the screen you always see. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go left to right and look at stuff. So firstly, on the top left-hand corner here, you can do the select mech, and you can, as you can with the previous select mech option, you can actually go through and filter your mechs again. So let's go, Grasshopper, the J. We see what our loadout is, and we hit select. And boom, we now have our Grasshopper in front of us. This is the wrong build on this guy. Interesting. So it's changed some of the builds on some of your mechs. Forewarning. In the, quote-unquote, the screenshot. Because this is not what this guy has. So we're going to build him like we wanted him. Ta-da! It almost worked, right? The only thing I don't like about this is when you collect the guy, it doesn't tell you what his quirks are. So I mean, yeah, we want to modify our Grasshopper 5J, but we don't know anywhere. There's nowhere where I have seen where it tells you. Ah, ho ho ho. Okay, so we'll get to that in a minute. Mental note. Okay, so you can select your mech there. Then you come to the loadout screen. On the left-hand side here is kind of how it was before. This is called the, I think it's column view. Yeah, column view. So it's kind of like how it was before. You know, you have your little upgrades and all that stuff. To be 100% honest with you, you probably won't use that. What you're going to use is, and you'll see, your XP and all your shit on the left-hand side here. How much MC you're going to spend, GXP, because you'll see in a minute why that's there. How many C-bills you're going to spend. So now if you go over to the right here, you'll see that you have two options. So this is the whole layout of this screen. Two options, column and expanded. I know, and you know, you're going with this one. You're going with expanded. Why? Because look at it in all its beauty. So what we're going to do is we're going to twiddle and tweak our mech here. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the upgrades. You can actually just click on the actual screens if you want to. Like left leg, center torso, left torso, whatever. And you see on the right hand side it filters stuff out for you. So for example, I want my right arm. You'll notice that the logo for energy weapons has changed. It's now like a laser splash with a 1, I guess. Did I say chat only? That was weird. So it shows you here the only weapon you can use, which is a laser. I mean, you can turn the other ones on and off, but to be honest with you, pick where you want to put the weapon, and it auto filters on the right for you. You can filter yourself through ballistic and AMS and all that stuff, but why, right? So if I pick like the right leg, for example, it'll only show me what I can put on the right leg. I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it, I love it. So what we're going to do is we're going to tweak this mech associated with its quirks. So how do you bring up the quirks? Well, on the mech stats down here, it tells you how many slots it has. We're using currently 55 out of 78. The armor is 416. It could be 434. Heat management is 1.38 out of 2, and it tells you what the ratios are there. Our firepower, our max firepower we can have on this guy is 250. We're at 23 for an alpha strike. Our speed is 64.8 and 43.1 in reverse. And right now our jump distance is 21.9 and out of 32.9, so we can up that. So what we can do is we can do a couple things. One, we can reset the mech to from what I understand, this should be how it was before you even touched it. So, we take off a couple heat sinks, we took off the AMS, what was that? Unused AMO. So here is the warning screen that used to be down here. We'll take off this medium laser, this streak ammo, jump jet, whatever. So we have two options. One, we can hit reset, and we can just, boom, everything as it was before. We strip the mech, and we take off all the, all the weapons. So, the first thing you'll notice is right here, no engine equipped. It actually tells you what the engine could be. Well, what if we put, oh, no chat with others. So, let's just ignore that. So, first thing we want, top right-hand corner, engines. It even tells you, hey, you don't have an engine. We click on the engine, and obviously we want to put an XL on this puppy. So, with that in mind, actually, let's wait. Let's look at some of the weapons here. Let's go to the right arm. What do we want? Well, we click this button here, and we get our quirks right here. So we know that the ER large laser has a cooldown. Oh, they changed the quirks for this guy. ER large laser also had range too. I think they may have changed that guy, so I may have to tweak him in the future. So, energy cooldown, energy heat generation, we got all that stuff. So, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to put, obviously, the ER large laser on this guy. So, we're going to unclick for the moment, because it's blocking this. We're going to go to our right arm, click it. It's going to automatically filter on here for us lasers. So, we're going to go with one ER large laser and another ER large laser. Now, you'll notice that when you select a weapon, the locations you can place it flash. So it actually tells you, hey, listen, you can put it here, here, and here. So it's telling us we can put it on the left arm, the center torso, and the right arm. We're going to put... I wonder what will happen if you... Wait. Is it me or the ER large lasers disappear? Oh. Now, if you double-click, it doesn't move over for you. Now, I don't know if you can see this or not, but... Right here. It tells you how many slots it takes up, how many tons it is, how much money it is, and how much you own of it. Ignore that. It would say, amount that you have. Like right now it's telling us we have 10 small pulse lasers. So anyways, we're going to throw out 4 ER large lasers. We're going to put some jump jets on this puppy. So we're going to go right leg, and we're going to go to equipment, and we're going to go jump jet, jump jet, jump jet, and jump jet. So now we're going to look at a few things again. We're going to bring this up. So right now our firepower is 36 out of 250. Our heat sucks. We don't even have an engine yet. And we got our jump jets. So what can we do here? Well, interesting. No idea what that is. Jet only with those in your unit. Close that out again. And let's see now if that... So that's a bit of a bug, so we'll ignore that. So, we want to obviously tweak some stuff. So, like for example, let's tweak some of our armor. So, first thing we're going to do, we can tweak it. Now, it's supposed to say here... Here we go. We will... Do we go... Wait. Where does it say our tonnage? Our tonnage 44. Yeah, here we go. So here it'll say... ferrofibrous takes up 14 slots, and it will reduce our weight by 1.39 tons. So it'll save us 1.39 tons. Double heat sinks. It doesn't say it, though it should. It should say, hey, listen, I'm going to take out X amount of tons, or you need X amount of tons or something like that. Structure endo will reduce our weight by 3.5 tons, and we'll save 14 slots. And then missile guns, which we're not going to not worry about. Yet again, it doesn't do the same thing either. It should say, double should at least kind of give you some sort of heads up. But anyways, we're not going to get into that. So, what's next? Well, we're going to pick ourselves an engine by clicking the engine module here. We're going to click XL only. Now, what we can do is it'll show us that we can actually put the largest engine in. When we selected it, you notice that the center torso flash showing you where you can put it. It's actually very nice. So now you see here that it says it's an XL. If we unclick it, it goes right to just a normal 360. It thinks it's a 365 engine. You can downgrade the engine using this up and down buttons, which I really, really, really like. So right now we have the 365. It's maxed. If right now we're going 84.4. with its speed tweak on this guy. So, what are we going to do next? Well, we need to put heat sinks on there. Here comes bug number one of the next little bugs here. If I click and drag, it works. If I double click, it doesn't. So that's a little annoying. But there we go. So right now our heat generation on this guy is 1.14. Jump jets, everything. Now theoretically, if we wanted to, and it also shows here, if you pick something, how it can't take anything. So, for example, right now we put our 4 double heat sinks here. It's now saying, hey, listen, I take up 3 slots. I'm red because there is no room for me. So you kind of get into the point of the game where it's, let's play heat sink bingo. You can swap back, like I'm going to swap back to regular heat sinks here. And we're going to put the 4 in the engine. And then we're going to put another one here. Ah, so here's another bug here. It's showing us that we can put it in the right arm, the right leg, the left leg, and the left arm. But it's not giving us a slot. Very interesting. Wait, that just go in? No, it didn't. Okay. So it's showing the water heat management and all that stuff. So what we're going to do is we're actually just going to change them to doubles. And we're just going to go boom. 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 And boom. So, a few things I've learned about this whole thing. It's still... Whoop, damn it. It's still a little... It's kind of a pain a little bit to get used to. I don't know if it's going to tell you how much money you're going to be spending on it. Like your cart total. And then if it tells you you spent too much money. One of the things I'm going to do over the next little bit is try to spend as much money as I can on stuff. And try to max out and see if I can run out of money. And then I'm going to try and build another guy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little cut in the video here. Actually, hold on one second. We're going to go center torso. I love how it auto-filters for us. It's so good. Ammo. It shows the ammo you have if you want. It shows the owned ammo that you have. And then mount weapons. It only will show the ammo for the mounted weapons you have. So that's pretty good. Equipment only shows, where it can go, if it can go somewhere. Things like that. I love it. I like it. I'm going to try something real quick here. Let's go center torso. Are we on the center torso already? Yes, we are. Interesting. It's not showing me the large ER. Ah, right there. 2 slots, 5 tons. Nice. Okay. So it shows you here. Yellow means you could use it. You got to do, yeah, you see the little arrows there? It says you got to swap out some stuff to use them. I like that actually. It's kind of telling you, you can do it, but you got to swap some stuff out first. So that's really nice. One thing I noticed too is once you put your engine in and you downgrade, it pops out your heat sinks, which kind of sucks, I know, but I know when you go down further, right, it goes down to 2. I was thinking that was kind of a bit of a pain in the ass. Like I was thinking, okay, no big deal. Just take the one out. That, like just pop the one out and just give me my money back. That's not like the most complicated thing in the world, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to throw another ER large laser right here. We're going to go to equipment. We're going to go heatsink, bursh, heatsink, bursh, heatsink, bursh, and another heatsink, bursh. Oh! Interesting. Heatsink, bursh, and another one, bursh. So here's the other thing too. It shows you that there could be a conflict, saying there's no slots for it, even if there's a spot. Like if we take the heatsink there, it says, hey, listen, you have the tonnage, but you don't have the slots for it. Technically we do. It's right there. So that's another thing it kind of has to work at. There should be a little icon saying, hey, you can swipe something out, but you can also put it in the engine or something like that. I like it. That's how you can turn those off. That turns off the command console and the Beagle Action Probe. That turns off the case, the jump jets, and the case, jump jets, and double heat in the heat sinks. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, we're going to now pick a mech there where we have ammo so we can take a look at the stuff. So we're just going to hit save here. Every mech that we fiddle with, I'm saving because I want to run out of money. Long story short, I want to see what happens when you try to spend more money than actually. Let's do this real quick. Bundles. We've got 5,000 mechs, so we're going to do... No, that's stupid. battle mechs. We're gonna buy you. Yeah. We're gonna buy you. Oh no. No, we're doing it with MC. We don't want to do it with MC. We want to do it with C-Bills. And why am I buying a cicada? Like, seriously. Why am I buying cicadas? We want something like a Warhawk. It costs 15 million. We want to do C-Bills. Yes. Now the one thing I noticed is it doesn't tell us how many mech bays and stuff we have. I think in this game, since it's the test server, we're not capped to how many mechs we have and all that stuff. So, and Warhawk Prime. Yes. Come on. Now, an option here to go through clan versus IS would be a lot better, but they don't have that at the moment. And I don't know if the screen to cut off. Direwolf. That's by you. Ah, I need to purchase an additional mech bay. It's good to know that you told me down here. So we got mech bays. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Come on. Oh, 7 should be good. Nope. Bundles. Or battle mechs. Come on. Gotta go to all. I don't know why it keeps opening just to the cicada. We're gonna buy you for C-Bills, yes. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put a quick cut in here while I tweak, fiddle, and fart with stuff, and try to spend as much money as I can to see if it will allow you, kind of like how Smurfy does, where you can buy a bunch of stuff, and then it tells you after you buy everything, hey, listen, you don't have the money, or if the money goes red or something like that. So I will be right back. Hello everybody, so I'm back. I did find out, I was looking at some stuff, when you do go over the amount of money you have, it does pop up and say, hey, insufficient funds type thing. It's nice. One thing I did forget to note to mention is modules. You can click on your modules and it automatically pops them up here. I don't know why this one shows green, to be honest with you. I think that's because maybe I already own it. But on the bright side, it shows you right here if it's unlocked, if you have it equipped, and if it's still locked for you. It shows you how much it costs, and then how much you actually have. So if we, for example, throw the seismic sensor on, it's green. I think it's just green there, so you see which version you have. It kind of shows so advanced zoom, then it shows advanced 4x zoom. Large laser cooldown, and it shows cooldown time. So it does show that what you have down there, but what your bonuses are type thing, which I really, really like. So you can kind of hit your quirk button here, scroll down, and kind of combine the two to see. I kind of wish, though, it told you overall how your weapons would react down here somehow. Like it said, hey, your large lasers are now, whatever. Your SRM4s are now, blank. So it's pretty good. I like how it also filters, so you can do with your mounted weapons. So it'll only give you the modules associated with what weapons you have. Unlocked shows every single module that you have unlocked so far, and then last one's owned items, which shows you just the modules that you own. Wink, wink. Someone that may be watching. You also can then change it into a subtype. I'm not too sure what that is. I think that has to do with... No, because it's getting rid of my airstrike. So I think that's the consumable ones. So that's consumable, that's mech, and that is weapon. Not bad. I like it. I like that quite a bit. I'll probably have that one off all the time. Same thing with ammo. I didn't mention this earlier. Um, it will filter from weapons you have mounted. You know what weapons you have owned. If you want to throw them on there. Um, Weapons, same deal. The mech I had before only had lasers, so you couldn't really see that much. But here, you can do the same thing with all the other stuff. Owned, not owned, missile only, AMS. Then you can do the sub groupings, so you can actually take out what's ever here. So right now we're showing lasers, PPCs, flamers, LRMs, SRMs, and tag narcs. So we take out the narcs, and we take out the SRMs. And say we're like, well, we don't really want flamers and we don't want PPCs. We just want our lasers, no AMS, and we just want our LRMs and our lasers. And let's see what we own. Well, we own 2 medium lasers and 10 pulse. So it's a good little money saving scheme. And then it shows you other stuff too. I like it quite a bit. Engines do the same thing. I don't have any in the background right now, so it's pretty good. Oh, actually I have one standard 280. Good to know. One thing I really do like is you can tweak the engine screen. I don't know if I mentioned this before. Down. So right now I have an XL 400 in my pretty baby. I'm going 89.1. If I wanted to save up some tonnage, because right now I'm sitting at 79.9 tons. I did not show that earlier. You can also change the name of the mech, I believe, from the screen. No. Yep. Gonna click right on that. But you can downgrade your engine by hitting this up or down button right from the screen. Now, as I said, the one thing I don't like is the fact that it drops all your heat sinks. I would just prefer it if it dropped the one, if you lost one. That's kind of a pain in the ass. Overall, I'd say that I do like this, the new Mechbay. Some people do have concerns with the text. So you see how small my text is over here? Well, I'm going to show you how to change that right now, actually. Already. Giving you a tip. Video settings, and you can change your video settings. So right now I'm at the max settings with the highest graphical settings. You go down to, say, let's go down to 16 by 900. And we save. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry about the kind of cutting out there for a second. I crashed. I changed the settings on the screen, the graphical settings, and it crashed. It's probably just a bug. So you'll see already that there's quite the change to the sides of the screen. So now my mech in the background is gone. I can't tweak him. I can spin him a little bit. You can kind of see him spinning. But now everything's taken up by now. This looks like Smurfy. Completely and utterly is Smurfy right here. So you can see a lot of you can see a lot easier stuff now and on the right hand side and everything. It's the test server, so I'm not too worried about it causing any crashes in the future. It's got bugs in it like crazy and stuff like that. So as I said prior to the crash, you can modify your settings in the video screen. Your aspect ratios to change the size of the text. So that's no big deal. A lot of people are complaining and saying, well, it's too small, blah blah blah. It's not. You just have your graphics setting way too high. There's the setting to play, and then there's a setting to play around with the mechs. To be honest with you, I use 2 different settings, depending on what I am. Now, mind you, look at your screen too, right? I mean, I've got quite the big monitor, so I like the big aspect rate. Or I've got a nice size monitor, we'll say. So I like the highest aspect ratio, and I can read no problem. You can really see no major difference between anything, really. So so this is the overall view. I have to truly say, now that I've changed this lower aspect ratio and looking at it, this is Smurfy. I have to admit, like this is Smurfy. This is probably gonna kill the website. Until they get rid of the whole, if you can spend more money, build the mech you want, and then go over here and say, okay, save, and then it comes back and says you're over your limit, you're over your money, then I can understand then at least on the bright side you can build the mech you want. You can see what it's going to be. You can see what it costs, and then I wish they would kind of on the left hand side here do saves, allow you say 1 save per mech, and have different builds on the left hand side, or even down here. Since there's not a spot for a slot, have a builds button. You hit that button and it builds. One's your stock build. The next one you can have as your brawler build, your long range build, your sniper build. You know, you should be able to have, you know, whatever, and then have at the very bottom have the little plus button. You hit that button, it says, okay, what do you want to name this? You know, brawler, boom. LRM, boom. And then it just kind of builds down here. You know, I like it. It's a good idea because then you hit it, and then all your builds are on this side, right? You get to click your build. It's an idea. It's an you know, it's something I'm yelling out. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the videos, and yeah, more videos in the future. Lots of videos all next or more next week. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.